Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Just want to share with you a very interesting word that I just recently received. Just adjust this a little. Yeah, this one's really interesting, so I'm just going to share this word with you. I got it from on the 16th of January 2024. So I was just praying, and first of all, I was seeing houses that were broken down and desolate due to war. So I just think the Lord's just showing me that war is going to continue. There was a lot of rubble and a lot of desolation. There were no people around. The villages were broken down and there was rubble everywhere. And then I saw floods coming into these small villages. And they looked like foreign villages, maybe Middle Eastern. So I was seeing these visions. But there was floods coming in around them. And I saw the people in the houses as well. Then the floods were just coming in. That's what I saw. And I was in the spirit. Okay. So that's the first thing that I saw, right? I wasn't sure what these villages were, but they were small villages. I think they felt like Middle Eastern, okay? So then I was in the spirit and I felt like I was floating kind of in the spirit realm. And I saw and sensed the United Arabs. Arabs. Anyway, I sensed their prosperity and the globalism. I sensed how they were ahead of the game. They're ahead of the game. They're ahead of everyone else due to their extreme wealth, and they're ahead of everyone with regards to technology and regards to infrastructures. And in particular, I was seeing their infrastructures in this vision. And there were beautiful buildings. I think I was like seeing it in the future. There were beautiful buildings. I was seeing buildings that I've never seen before. I saw one particular white building, very beautiful, very royal looking, and it had a number of kind of peaks around it like towers. So it kind of felt like, their infrastructure was going to get very affluent and very royal and, very, very nice, very, very nice, Um, okay, so, and I was seeing a lot of white buildings and they looked very majestic, right? Um, and I was seeing very advanced infrastructure that is coordinated, very beautiful. And I saw a place like the Champs-Élysées in France, where there was and I saw a lot of cars. Okay, so I have to explain this. So I was kind of looking down from a height, and I saw like a massive big circle of kind of very white, pristine white kind of pavement or road kind of thing, and it looked like the Champs-Élysées almost kind of in France, but from, very white and pristine. And I saw cars, and it was very large, so it was way bigger than the Champs-Élysées in France. And I saw these cars, from where I was seeing, the cars were tiny, and there was a lot of them. And so I couldn't see the cars closely, I could see them from a distance, but they weren't driving in lanes like we drive in lanes. They were driving more erratically, and I believe they were electric cars, and they were moving in any which direction. So I think because they were electric cars and they were driven, without drivers, that they were able to just drive erratically because of the way it was. That's what I was thinking. That's what I was seeing, right? And I saw motorcycles that are going to be electric and they're going to drive at very high speeds, um, because it was safe to do so because these are electric bikes. And I saw young people on them, but they were kind of different. They look different. They look like, describe what it's like. It's like a scooter from the front. The bikes look like a scooter from the front. But I knew that they were going very, very high speeds, and I saw young people on them. And I had a sense of um, the United Arabs and the money and the wealth and the futuristic visions that they were having for their global future, and I suppose for their nation. So, I just felt like they're going to be, it's going to be very affluent. I mean, it is now, but it's even going to be on a grander and a grander scale. It's going to be a very futuristic. They're going to grow into very futuristic nation and very luxurious. And we're going to, that's what I saw in that, right? So then I saw a dark kingdom, and it looked, I just could see it from a slight distance, but it looked like an enchanted kingdom, like what you would see in storybooks, right? And from a distance, it looked like very enchanted, and like laid out little villages with little lanes and peaks and all that. And but 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 some like but half of the kingdom was kind of black looking, like looked in shadow. That's what it looked like. It really looked in shadow. And it was laid out, it was very compacted together, like all these little villages, all kind of houses stacked on one another, kind of thing, um, with little tower lights on. And it looked enchanting, it looked pretty, but it looked haunting, and it looked ancient. It was like something that you'd see in the maybe not 17 1800s kind of thing, and through the darkness I realized then what I was seeing was I was actually seeing Satan's kingdom, and from a distance, and I was looking at it from a height, so from a little bit of a distance, right? When but it looked haunting and it looked attractive. But I realized that these little houses that were all stacked up on each other, they were actually cells. That's what they were. They were cells. They were prison cells, and that's what I believed they were. And the scripture came to me, Prince of Darkness and Kingdom of Darkness, and I realized that Satan also has a kingdom, like Jesus has a kingdom, um, Jesus' kingdom of heaven, because Satan always replicates and copies and imitates everything that Christ does. So that's, but it was a surprise to me because I didn't realize that he would make hell a type of a kingdom as well. So that was interesting to me. So that's what I saw in the spirit realm. I was in the spirit for about 15 minutes. It was very peaceful, and I was very filled with the presence of God. So I just asked the Lord, did he want to say anything to me? And he gave me the scripture, no weapon formed against you shall prosper. And he gave me the word separated, that we're to be separated unto the Lord. So then the other thing, just to mention that I also had a sense at the end of this that when the AI comes, that there's going to be so many different gadgets. There's going to be different machinery and objects attached to the AI. There's going to be a lot of new type of technologies that we've never seen before. And the Lord was showing me this as a direct result of AI. And there's going to be a use of a lot of sensors, is what the Lord was showing me. That when you're coming into the radius of a certain item, there would be sensors that would go off. There would be sensors in a lot of places, so that even when you're walking, there would be sensors, and you'd be setting off sensors as you're walking, right? That's what I sensed. And God was showing me a ball, and I don't know what the ball is, but it's a ball that's got technology in it, but I didn't know what it was. So there's going to be a lot of unusual technologies that will emerge because of AI, things that we've never seen before, and things that will do things that we've never seen before. So our world is going to change. I mean, our world is going to change because of AI and all that. I'm absolutely fully aware of that. A lot of things are going to become automated, and I think probably going to be a lot of job losses, unfortunately, as well. Anyway, so that was it. That was the word I received. Just thought it was very interesting, really. So just an interesting word there. So I'll come back on again when I have some more things for you. God bless you. Bye.